The coronavirus is in the news, it's on social media, it's everywhere, with all kinds of advice on precautions and things we should do. Except for one very important thing that nobody's talking about. Let's go down that road. Hello, faithful people. I'm Orlean.
I'm Gary.
And we are still in the apartment. And our RV is still outside. We're waiting for warmer weather, but we're in a big cold spell again this week. So, you've heard all about coronavirus. You're probably sick and tired of hearing about it. I mean, we all know about the social distancing. Don't touch your face. Washing your hands often. Stay home. But the one thing nobody has talked about is boosting your immunity. Oh my gosh, nobody's talking about that. So grab a pen and paper or your phone and start taking notes because we have a lot of suggestions. Let's get to it. The very first suggestion is eating more fruits and vegetables. You heard it from your mom when you were growing up. You heard it from your grandma.
Maybe even your dad or your grandpa.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's usually moms that take care of preparing the meals most times. And so we're just going to talk about the importance of fruits and vegetables. What do they do? Why is it such a big deal? Fruits and vegetables are packed with antioxidants. Those are the good guys that fight the bad guys like free radicals and viruses. Fruits and vegetables help keep you regular so that you're getting all those toxins out of your body because they provide fiber.
They also add vitamins and minerals to your diet. They're easy for your body to digest, and they're good for your heart and your brain.
And you need a minimum of 5 servings a day. Now we try to aim for more, like maybe 7 to 10. The good news is you can eat as many fruits and vegetables as you want. And also add in nuts and seeds to that too if you can, because those are also very high in antioxidants. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, but produce spoils. We could be in isolation for a while. Well, you can still get groceries. There's curbside. There's ordering online through co-ops and things like that that deliver right to your door. So let's just get over that for a minute. But produce does spoil faster. Here are some tips on how to have the fruits and vegetables last longer in your home. Number 1, buy frozen. It doesn't matter. You don't have to buy fresh produce in the produce department if you can't. But if you have a freezer, buying frozen vegetables and fruits are totally good for you. I make smoothies every day with at least 3 to 4, sometimes 5 different fruits and vegetables in it. I make enough for the both of us.
Yes, and I drink them too.
Yes, you do, and you do very well. And so I'm going to show you a few of those in some upcoming videos. I'm going to start just putting a whole bunch of just food videos out there that are good and healthy and high in antioxidants. So be watching for those. You can puree fruits and vegetables, and then you can put them in ice cube trays and freeze them, and you can add them to soups and stews and smoothies and things like that. A lot of smoothies ask for or call for ice cubes anyway, so just use the frozen fruit. Or you can even stick a popsicle stick in it in each one, and you can have a real fruit pop with nothing else added to it.
You can buy fruit in cans and be sure to check the labels to see that there's no added sugars or other things in it, just the fruit juice.
And canned vegetables, sometimes people say, well, they're high in sodium. Look for the ones that are low in sodium, or rinse them before you cook them. You can also make hot dishes and soups and stews and things like that, and then freeze the leftovers. More and more people, I think, are going to start cooking at home. Ah, what a concept. Beware of fruit juices, though. Fruit juices are very high and very concentrated in sugars. Some as much as 46 grams per serving. And that's way above what anybody should have in a day, let alone in one thing like a juice. So you're better off eating the fruits or the vegetables. Probiotics. Do you take a probiotic every day? If not, you should be, because probiotics help keep a healthy flora in your gut. And that's very important because your immune system, a big part of your immune system, is in your gut. If you don't have a healthy flora, I don't mean flowers, if you don't have a healthy flora, then you are going to be more susceptible to getting illnesses and diseases. So you can get your probiotics the easy way by just taking a pill every day. And that's what we do. We try to take at least 10 strains in whatever brand you buy. Some of them only have acidophilus, that's just one strain. Go for multi-benefits of having multi-strains. The other thing is that you want to buy one that is at least 10 billion in cultures or more. Never taken a probiotic, go to a health food store or call one from your home and get some advice and have them ship it to you.
Yogurt has long been touted as a major source of probiotics. Of course, the problem with yogurt is that it's often high in sugar, and the probiotic content really isn't all that great. It takes 10 cups of yogurt to equal the amount in one capsule of probiotic.
A lot easier. That doesn't mean you shouldn't eat yogurt, but really look at the label and look at that sugar content. You may be shocked if you have never looked at it before. Speaking of sugar, well, a little sugar never hurt anybody. The problem is it's not just a little sugar that people are consuming. And so if you are eating a lot of things with sugar in them, it's time to really start taking that seriously, because over time it can lead to heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and all kinds of other complications, including running havoc on your immune system. Sugar curbs the immune system cells that attack bacteria, and the effects they last for hours after you've consumed it.
How much sugar is too much? Well, speaking for us men, you can have up to 36, 37 grams per day.
Which is about 9 teaspoons of sugar. That's a lot. Yeah. I think that's really high myself, but okay.
And for the ladies?
For women and children, it's about 25 grams or 6 teaspoons per day. Read your labels. You will be shocked at how much sugar is in things. And don't buy things that say added sugars, because it's one thing to buy something with dried fruit in it, but if they are adding additional sugars to that, not good. And no more than 1 8-ounce sugary drink per week.
Do you know how hard that is to just walk away from sugar and say no?
It can be very difficult for people who are so addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some things that you can do to help curb your cravings for sugar. We have all the answers today. If you have a sugar craving, have protein. That's what we do. Every afternoon we'll grab a handful of nuts or have a protein bar that's a healthy, clean protein bar.
Drink a nice full glass of water along with it. That helps a lot too.
Sometimes what you're craving is because you're hungry. And oftentimes, if you just drink a glass of water, that craving goes away. And I just read this one. I thought this was funny. I don't know why it works, but they say taking a shower will help to curb your cravings for sugar. Have a piece of fruit. That will definitely help because they're sweet. Eat some carrots. Those will help. They're sweet. So there are healthier choices for that sweet tooth. A couple other suggestions is to go for a walk, exercise, dance, do something, read, do something that is going to get your mind off of it. and that will help you get through it too. Some really good snacks are things like carrots and dipping them in hummus, or celery dipped in guacamole, or those little sweet peppers like we eat sometimes, and we put those in guacamole. Very good.
Some think that they can get around the sugar cravings by just consuming things that have artificial sweeteners in them.
Wow, artificial sweeteners are in so many products. If something says no sugar added, read the label. If it has aspartame or some of these other artificial sweeteners, sucralose and things like that that you can't even pronounce, typically those are even higher and stronger and will create more of a desire to have sugar. That's why diet sodas don't work for losing weight. That's why things that are dubbed diet and have artificial sweeteners in them don't work. The body doesn't know what to do with them. It's not natural. If you absolutely must have something sugary and sweet to eat,
which we all do really
yes,
like
we
to
do.
have. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There are some things you can do. If you love ice cream, okay, but don't get the kind with artificial sweeteners. And secondly, look at the serving size. It's not a bowl full. I'm sorry. A full serving of ice cream is anywhere from half a cup. Yes, half a cup to 2/3 cup. And how many people are having like 4 or 5 times that amount in a bowl?
Use a little teaspoon. Use
Well,
a tiny spoon.
Yes, what you can do is you can savor every bite by just take your time and just really just savor it. And by the time you're done, that sugar craving is going to go away, even on that small amount. So if you're going to have something sugary and sweet, eat it slowly. Every night, Gary and I have a treat that my mom says, that's not dessert, but it works for us. Dark chocolate. We started out around 60% because we were used to milk chocolate, right? And then you kind of gradually work your way. 72% is the one that starts your antioxidants. And the first ingredient should never be sugar. That's what you'll find in milk chocolate. So gradually work your way. And now we do 88, 85%, sometimes even 90%. And we usually have them with a bowl of raspberry, blueberry, and blackberries. And it's very good.
Yum.
So I think you got the point about sugar. Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry. But it really does make a big difference when you cut a lot of that out of your diet. And now here are some other things that will help boost your immunity. Things like zinc. If you feel a cold coming on, just that little tickle in your back of your throat and you feel like something's off, this is what we use. It's zinc with elderberry and also help you to combat that cold or whatever.
Helps take care of that tickle in the back of your throat. Yeah.
So that's a Zand brand that we buy. We get it at the health food store. You could probably get it on Amazon or online somewhere too. Vitamin C, B6, and vitamin E are very high in antioxidants. They are powerful for providing your body with antioxidants that fight the bad guys. We already mentioned elderberry. Another one is echinacea, is also a very good one. Green tea, garlic, olive leaf extract. Essential oils are awesome to help build your immune system and to fight viruses and bacteria and things like that. Right now we have a diffuser running in our little apartment here, and it's actually from our tiny house, and it's big enough for that, but it seems to be working pretty well in here too. And we have a thieves blend in it. If you go to a health food store or call someone who has essential oils, they will understand, they will know what you're talking about when you say you want a thieves blend, as in thieves, as in robbers. It's a blend of 5 essential oils that are used to help defend the body and to protect it from from disease. We're using the essential oils in the diffuser and also on our skin topically. There are still a whole lot of ideas here on how to build your immunity system, some that you probably never even knew about. Being social. Now, how do you do that right now when we're in isolation? Well, thank goodness we have things called telephones and texting and email and video calls and talking to your neighbor across the fence. I saw a video the other night that people in Italy are out on their balconies talking to each other across the alleys. So it doesn't mean that you can't still see each other and be social. Being in isolation doesn't mean you're locked up in your house and you can't see the light of day. Goodness, no. So stay social as much as you can. Stay in contact, especially with the elderly and people that live alone. More ways to increase your immunity is to avoid stress.
Or at least to lower it dramatically.
Our bodies were designed to react to stress as a means of survival. It's called fight or flight. But unfortunately, in this day and age, we are constantly in that state. We are constantly under stress. And a lot of it we've created ourselves. And I really envy the people right now that are living on homesteads and they're completely, totally self-sufficient. That's our goal eventually. But right now, we can't travel in our RV right now. We are, like a lot of other full-time RVers, they're staying stationary in one place until some of this passes and we can be traveling again and campgrounds and things are open again. So in the meantime, there are a lot of things we can do to reduce stress. First of all, getting plenty of sleep. 7 to 8 hours minimum. Once in a while, 6 hours. And new parents, well, yeah, okay, they'll eventually catch up. But when you consistently are getting by on only 3 or 4 hours of sleep over and over and over again, you're really, really damaging your heart and your body because it needs that time to rest. There are 4 things that we need to survive: food, water, sleep, and air.
And all those by the grace of God. We're in a really crazy time right now. People are stressed and worried about paying their bills, how they're going to be able to hold on to their homes and take care of their mortgages. They're concerned about getting sick, or their children, or their parents, grandparents. Running out of supplies that they need for day-to-day living.
Like toilet paper.
Are we out?
Not yet.
Good.
There are some more ways to avoid stress. Look for positive things. Look for the blessings in every day. There are many blessings in every single day. Do you know that if you are making $10,000 a year annual income, you are wealthier than 84% of the world's population? And if you have food in your cupboards or your fridge, you're wealthier than 76% of the world's population. We have a lot to be thankful for.
We can't overestimate the value of exercise. Exercising your body, it's great benefit. Some indoor exercises you can do, or outdoor, might include forms of yoga.
You can even exercise in a chair. You know, raise your arms up and down while you're sitting in a chair. Lift your legs up while you're sitting in a chair. Do those things that keep you, help with your balance and things like that. All those things will help. That helps to lower your stress and build your immune system. Go outside! Sunshine! Sunshine boosts your immune system. It helps to build vitamin D3 in your body. That's what your body needs to help your immune system. Being isolated inside does not mean that. It does not mean to stay inside. You can be outside. It's okay.
There's nobody out here except us. So 6 feet isn't too hard.
Yeah. We're keeping our 6-foot distance here from all the crowds. Listen to music you enjoy. Tell jokes. Laugh. Dance. That ain't happening.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I dance. He doesn't. You can paint. Maybe you've never painted before. Now might be a good time to do that.
Yes, it could be your living room. It could be your kitchen, or
on canvas.
yes,
or
pictures.
on rocks. You can paint rocks and put neat messages on them and plant them around your neighborhood. How about play a musical instrument? You don't know how? YouTube has a video for everything. You can learn how to play piano on YouTube. If there's something you've always wanted to do, now is the time. Why does that increase your immunity to do those activities? Because it releases endorphins. Those are the good hormones and the good feelings. And when that happens, it also increases your immune system. Like I said before, you might want to start a new hobby or a new interest. There are loads of ideas on Pinterest if you haven't been on there. Anything you want to know how to do, you can either do YouTube or Pinterest or anything online. There are so many books online, things that you can do that you maybe didn't have time to before. Those will all help to reduce stress, and you'll learn something new at the same time. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to crochet or knit or sew. You can learn that on YouTube. Maybe you enjoy doing puzzles. You can do puzzles on your computer. You can do puzzles on jigsaw puzzles. There's a lot of things that you can do to reduce stress and build your immune system. Don't look to drugs like drugs, not prescription drugs, drugs. Don't look to those or alcohol or smoking as a means to calm you and help you to de-stress, because they're going to do more harm than good. And they're only going to be a very brief time that will help you, and they really aren't going to help you at all. Try to avoid those things when you're trying to reduce your stress.
Again, we emphasize the importance of eating healthy and avoiding processed foods that can add to your stress load.
Yeah, and they make you feel crummy after you eat that whole bag of Cheetos. Do you really feel good after you eat a whole bag of Cheetos? Probably not.
We hear a lot about the importance of meditation and prayer. Vitally important to help you be able to clear your thoughts, just to settle down, get a better perspective on things.
I personally like the book of Psalms and the book of John in the New Testament. If you don't have a Bible, you can download an app on your phones or your devices, and it's called Bible Gateway. And every day when you open it up, there is a verse of the day already there for you.
You may look up the website for your church bodies and see what they have to offer.
A lot of them have devotions on them every day too. Learn to accept the things you cannot change or have no control over. You do have control over what you are putting in your body. So that is one good thing, is that you do have control over what you're eating and drinking. And that will help to reduce stress by realizing that, and it also helps to build your immune system at the same time.
So you could also keep a journal, might be especially good nowadays, or a diary, or something you can just doodle on.
Yep. Just have just whatever you're feeling at the time, just write it down and keep it. And over the time, you might see how the blessings in each day, look for those and write about those too. They're there.
In all your relationships, there are certain people that you can talk with who just help you to settle down. Contact them often.
Those are the ones that calm you. Don't talk to the ones who irritate you, because that will just increase your stress. And that's what we're trying to do, is to get rid of the stress. This is my favorite one.
Not yet.
Animals, pets can calm you, and they help to release those endorphins we talked about before, and they help to boost your immune system.
So if you don't have one of your own, perhaps.
There are animal shelters right now that are looking for foster parents to take animals into their homes during this time. and maybe you might want to consider doing that. Pets greatly reduce your stress. As soon as you come home and you see that dog or cat sitting there right there looking at you and greeting you at the door with a tail wagging and being happy, you just instantly you just feel so much calmer already. Now, I don't have a pet, so I just have Gary. Shut the news off. Oh my gosh, the fear mongers in the media right now are they're just crazy. Yes, you want to be aware of what's going on, but you don't have to have it on all day. Bad news will travel. Somebody will call you and tell you what's going on if you don't know. But for the most part, focus on doing positive things. If you're in an area where it's okay to start working out in your yard, in your garden, start doing that. Get away from the social media and except YouTube. Get away from those kinds of things that are just adding to your stress levels.
There's other channels that you can turn on if you're not able to get outside, you want to exercise indoors, sitting in your chair, whatever. You can turn on National Geographic shows or some History Channel or
Hallmark,
yeah. Or replays of sports shows, sporting events and things like that. So there's other options. Turn the news off.
Remember, we're all in this together. People all over the world are going through the exact same thing that we are right now. They're in isolation in other countries too. They're all trying to reduce their stress. They're all trying to increase their immunity, hopefully. They're all having the same concerns and everything that we are. Isn't that amazing that the entire world is all on the same page right now? When has that happened before? We will go through some struggles, without a doubt. We are going to have some things ahead of us that are going to be a little rough. But if everybody stays calm and level-headed, no more hoarding toilet paper, we will eventually be reunited with our friends, family, co-workers, and our church families.
Speaking of family, we just recently had a granddaughter born in Canada, March 11th. And since then, they closed the borders. So we won't be crossing the borders to see them.
Not anytime soon. But thank goodness for the technology we have, where we can do video calls with them. We've been able to see her older brothers, how they've responded to their baby sister. We got to see her baptized last night by her daddy in their home. A lot of wonderful things because of our technology, that we can still stay connected, and that is such a blessing. This is a time like most of us have never known. In our modern day, we have been blessed for at least 3 generations of not having anything catastrophic like this happen. So we've just been super blessed, and now hopefully through this we're going to appreciate more of what we have and of the resources we have, and to be more conscious of those things in the future. We want to pray for relief, pray for the health and wellness and well-being of our friends and family, pray for healing.
A few scriptures, messages from God's Word that we want to share with you. 1 Peter 5:7, we are encouraged, cast all your anxiety on Him, on the Lord God, because He cares for you. It's Exodus 23:25, worship the Lord your God, and His blessings will be upon your food and water. I will take away sickness from among you, the Lord promised His people. And then in John 14:27, Jesus said, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. We thank God for the word that He gives to us and the power of that word to carry us through, and pray that God will bless you through it as well.
The wind does wonders for your hair. This has gotten long, we're sorry, but boy, there's just so much to cover. So what was your favorite tip in the video? What did you like the best? What things are you going to try and do? What ways are you going to help keep connected to other people? Share your comments down below.
Let us know if you've got some other ideas that we haven't thought of yet.
There was a lot more we could have covered, and we just thought this is getting too long. Yeah, if you have other ideas, share them down below too. Let's get a conversation going. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Next to it, a bell is going to pop up. Ring the bell, and then you will be notified every time a new video comes up. Check out more things on our Facebook page, Roads of Faith. And until next time, God bless and keep you safe and well.